Hey everybody, Jordan Reed here. Alright, so I got some goodies from Canada, and this is going to be a reverse culture shock video. So I know it's Canada, and Canada has actually pretty stringent laws more than the United States on what can pass, what can be processed or sold and whatnot. You go to McDonald's in Canada, for example, and you're instantly going to feel like, oh, that's much healthier than the United States. That's for most countries, really. But despite that, it's going to be a lot more similar to the United States, and I'm indirectly experiencing it. So again, it's just reverse culture shock. Now that I've been gone out of the United States from the Western world altogether for at least 10 months, 11. About 10 months, I don't know, something like that, around 10 months or so. How do I feel about Western style food? So this is the first installment. It's going to be about Oreos. So they have Oreos here, of course. Oreos are pretty much everywhere in the world. But this is a flavor that you can't get in Asia. It's called chocolate peanut butter pie. Now, another thing that makes this kind of fair is I actually had chocolate peanut butter Oreos earlier today. So ironically, this is actually going to be kind of an interesting comparison video in some ways. I just had chocolate peanut butter Oreos already today. I bought them at the grocery store. So now I'm going to see how this compares. Well, this isn't chocolate peanut butter in the same way. It's going to be equivalent enough to give a taste test. Do I notice any difference between what I'm tasting here in Taiwan and here? Accounting for the fact that it's not simply chocolate peanut butter. It's supposed to taste like a chocolate peanut butter pie. So this is from Canada. This is what it looks like. This is what I'll be tasting. And I should be primed to to really be able to experience what the difference is. So first of all, the Western style opening. This is Western. This is a Western style opening. You don't get that in Asia. It's really cool to have that resealable thing. And you have access to the entire, I guess many people watching this would already know, but you have access, all that smell, oh my gosh, the smell is so strong. That's one thing that's not now noticeable, is the smell is like maybe 10 times stronger. Like, oh wow, this is like I can probably go over to the other end of the room and immediately smell these things. Like, I can smell these a mile away, is what it feels like. I'm sure this is normal in the United States and other places, but I haven't smelled Oreos this strong in like ever, it feels like. This just feels like airplane food. Like airplane food's made. Excuse me. Oh, crap. Airplane food is made to be much more powerful in taste because the taste buds and all that stuff are actually dulled over with altitude. A lot of things happen with altitude that don't normally happen at sea level. Like, for example, taking a drink of alcohol is like exponentially increased depending on your altitude. I read that in a well, it's common knowledge now, but my first exposure to it was in a JROTC textbook for aviation. Excuse me. So, just clearing out the science of so first thing, wow, this is a powerful smell, like amazingly powerful smell, like whoa. So, here's what it is. Holy crap. Yeah. Wow. That's different. Wow. It's like a whole nother brand, a whole nother planet here. And again, this is Canada, and I don't know if they sell this in America or not. I have no idea, this particular flavor. But this is different. So again, the first difference I noticed was just, again, I can use, almost seems wasteful, but I can use this whole thing. I can eat on this row, I can eat on this row, I can eat on this row, and I can open and reseal and it works just fine. Another thing I've noticed is that this is just as... Oh, the second thing I noticed was the smell. As soon as I opened it, I just smelled wafts of air. Normally when I have Oreos, there's not really much of a smell that I can smell to it. It's just there. It tastes good and everything. And of course I can smell it, but it's just, this felt like it was intentionally made to be fragrant for miles. So I guess in the United States I never noticed how fragrant the food is. Or something. Or in the Western world, I guess I never realized how fragrant the food is meant to be, maybe. Maybe that's what's going on. But, no. How? This tastes like I'm eating peanut butter. So I got some other things from Canada. Like this Jif Creamy. I'm guessing this is French for creamy. So I'm going to taste some of this later and compare it to... Well, this is Skippy, but this is Taiwanese Skippy. I don't know if that'll be different or not. This is also local... Oh! Ugh. This is a local brand right here, Sun Harvest. It's a very tasty brand, very healthy feeling brand of peanut butter. So in a later video, I'll try the peanut butters out and try Canadian Jif side by side with Taiwanese and see if I have a reverse culture shock to this. I also have some Skittles, sour Skittles. I haven't had... They don't sell sour Skittles. This is sweet and sour Skittles. They don't sell sour Skittles in Asia. Sour is not a thing that people do here. You get sweet and sour chicken, but that's not really sour. You know, people... White people's aversion, and I say white in quotation marks, white people's aversion to spiciness is like Asians' aversion and ignorance of sour tasting things, for the most part. Yeah, they may squeeze lemons and stuff into their food, but that's my favorite flavor, is sour. So hopefully these are kind of sour. That's one thing when I go to America I'm going to come back with is sour candy, and I'm going to try it on the kids that I teach, and it's going to be so hilarious to see how they feel about it. They probably won't like it. They like Skittles, they do. Skittles are great everywhere in the world, but especially when they get the sour ones, they're going to have another day. I'll probably even get some Warheads and make some of them try that, the brave ones. Oh yeah, there'll be a kick with that. No, but it's like just the flavor is just so much richer and fuller in a way. Oh, the reason why I brought up the peanut butter in the first place was because it's almost like I'm eating peanut butter. Like, this is like tasting and eating peanut butter. From the taste, the mouthfeel, to the actual just taste, it's like they actually put some kind of chocolate in it and some kind of peanut butter in it. Whereas when I'm tasting with the Oreos that I had earlier today, it just tasted like peanut butter chocolate. That's it. It tasted like peanut butter chocolate. This is a full experience. This is like literally having peanut butter and chocolate in a cookie as if it was gourmet made or something like that by some kind of random chef. Like that I should be paying $10 for or something. I don't know. This just feels the whole experience, from the smell to the taste to the mouthfeel. Everything feels like it was authentic and real in some way. I mean, just look at how sloppily that's made, in a good way for tasting food. It's made so sloppy makes it seem more authentic in some ways. The Oreo cookies I had earlier today were extremely neat, extremely perfect. Not nearly as fragrant. Not nearly as full and rich in taste in a way. It's all very dulled down. But I like it. It's still an Oreo. It still tastes good. But yeah, this is definitely a reverse culture shock. So I wouldn't say I prefer either way. You know, they're both fine. But was I shocked? Yeah, I didn't really expect it to be all that shocked. But I am. Really what got it for me, really the thing that got me the most was the smell, how fragrant the food was. And once I noticed that, I started knowing the presentation, the mouthfeel, all this stuff kind of came after I got that first whiff in. So this is some Canadian Oreos. I don't know if they sell in the United States or not. I don't know what the taste difference would be there's a lot of things I technically am out of here, but compared to the fact that I just had peanut butter chocolate Oreos earlier to right now having these, huge difference in presentation and experience altogether. This, they're trying to get your money here. They're really trying. The other, they're not trying. They just know you're going to get it, and they know you're going to have a good experience from it. They just give you what you want. That's it. They just give you what you want. Here, they make you want this. And I guess maybe my description may not be accurate. Maybe it is accurate. I'm not sure. But it feels in a way like they're making you want this, and they're making you want to fork over your money for it. Whereas the Asian style food so far just seems like, you like it, you're going to buy it. They already know, so they're not trying necessarily to make you pay for it. They just know the money they're going to get before they start selling it, more or less, and they just go for it. So it's not intended to try to make you have it. It's just there. Whereas it seems like more Western style food so far, maybe everything's intended to make you want it and make you a customer, even if you already weren't a customer. Whereas here, it's like people already delve into the math of who's going to buy and who's not going to buy, so they just work around that, and that's good to go. Again, maybe that's not true, but everything definitely is interestingly different. Wow. But I don't prefer either one. But two different experiences for sure.